Seattle Seahawks. For the right to head to Los Angeles for Super Bowl 56, it's time for the NFC Championship game. Here we go. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24-yard line. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Wilson on first down. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
At the 30-yard line.
Wilson will hand to Carson on the option. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they have the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Now it's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. Third and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction.
Let's go, D. 45 is the mark. Crunch time, defense.
Wilson. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Returnable for Watson. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. McDonald sets to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
A gain of
a well-executed 22-yard gain.
Buccaneers.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Jaron Reed.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
On the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. On the Seahawks' 44-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
54, check, 54, 54. All day,
Play action. It's McDonald. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Scotty Miller, 44 yards. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more.
To put it mildly.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A nice pick up there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
Brings up 3rd down.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. On the move to his left. And able to find Green. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
50-yard line.
On 1st down, Carson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Down at the 48.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Buccaneers 7, Seahawks nothing.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's McDonald. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
And in the run-up to this championship game, so much was made about how would this offense hold up on the road in a hostile environment. Well, that's not the definitive answer, but what a great first answer from them, that big play right there.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To throw on 2nd down, McDonald. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On 3rd down, McDonald. And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. That's caught by Hollister. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle, and that's caught inside the 35. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 55 yards.
At the 8-yard line.
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense has really flown around in the 1st half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Carson will take the handoff out of the option play. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Third and goal here, a big play brewing in this NFC title game.
Hey, zero.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to fourth down.
And incomplete.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on fourth down. It's Jason Myers. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Myers able to knock it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, but the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one.
It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Seattle territory.
Miller.
A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 55 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on first and 10. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. First and 15. After the penalty, it's Jones. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
The tackle made by Brandon.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Looking to throw on second down. McDonald going to throw deep for the end zone. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal.
Out of the gun, McDonald. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans there to make the grab. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
A lot people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Alert three. Alert three.
Now it's Wilson. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
So Mike's number one. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, that's complete into the hands of Carson. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
54, right there, 54.
Here's McDonald to throw. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 47-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. McDonald. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
On 3rd and 2, McDonald. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They'll try and run the option. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Now a first down carry by Jones. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Again, it's Jones. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, McDonald. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter-3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned.
It got his man complete. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. It's a big play there for Seattle. 43 yards.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 18 more yards there and another first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the option ahead off to Carson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
7-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Toward the pylon, caught. And the Seahawks are looking at first. Yardage back to the back at the 4. Here's 2nd and goal. With Carson. And he's across. Touchdown, Seahawks. Able to cut into that deficit. They were able to push him backwards on first.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this. Just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
It has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here. Anything to seize that momentum back. One quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, McDonald. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Trey Flowers picks it. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. After the interception, here's Wilson. Green with a catch left side. And he'll be out of bounds. But able to get it up past the 45.
For a Seahawks.
So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Short pass to the tight end, Hollister. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They go play action now. Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. And he slings one that's incomplete. Chris Carson, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Wilson will hand to Carson on the option. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. To throw on 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the
Here's Carson. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They go play action with Wilson. This will be caught at about the 6. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore.
14. We own this. Here we go. Here we go. Run the mic. Watch one. You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's now 4th down and goal.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Myers' kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the 4th quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, McDonald. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 13 yards remaining on second down.
54 mark. Check, back 54, back 54. Check, mark 54, watch the play, watch the play.
Operating from the gun, McDonald. Caught on the right side by Jones.
McDonald's.
And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. A big play, 3rd and 2. This crowd dying for a stop. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. That's out to the left and complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Taken down.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. It's a gain of 16, first down, Tampa Bay.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. And as they take that knee, you can hear a pin drop in this stadium right now, partner.
I'd say you could hear a pin drop except for one thing. You're hearing a lot of people on cell phones right now calling and saying, cancel my reservation, because this crowd thought they were going to the Super Bowl. They had trips planned, hotels, reservations, the whole deal. That's all wiped out now.